Welcome back to the 77th episode of the BatChums podcast. I'm Drew Leiter, and joining me tonight is my co-host, the man, the myth, the new legend, Mike Gordon.
Howdy, Drew. It's like I'm under the spell of Catwoman and Julie Newmar. I cannot break out of it. I must have taken what was that drug called? Cat
Cataphrenic.
Cataphrenic.
yeah, that drug. I must have got a heavy dose of it when I was a kid because I cannot get enough Julie Newmar. So this is great. We've got Elaine and Matt back with us again for the second part. Thanks for coming back. We didn't scare you off, so that's great to always see. Because yes, Leslie Gore is still in this one, and she's singing again in this one. This is great. So without further ado, let's go. I'm really anxious to see how Batman gets out of the bat trap. Are we calling it?
Yes.
So this is Batman Season 2, Episode 41, Scat, Darn Catwoman. Episode aired Wednesday, January 25th, 1967, directed by Oscar Rudolph and written by Stanley Ralph Ross.
And I will say Stanley's having fun with titles here. Of course, I remark a lot of times whether or not they rhyme or not. They just use the same words. He just changed the first word, which is fine. It's clever enough. It's got the little pun there. Instead of that darn Catwoman, it's Scat darn Catwoman. So it works for me. I allow it. I'm usually like a stickler for the rhyming ones, the parts that rhyme. But certainly as they were getting to do three-parters, that gets harder and harder. They didn't even try in the three-parter. I don't. No, they did actually. The three-parter does actually rhyme, I think. So yeah, it was good to see that again.
When we last saw Batman, he was about to be snapped in half by a giant mousetrap, or bat trap, according to the narrator. If I can say his name, narrator. The boy wonder, drugged by Catwoman, is slowly cutting the rope. Batman's
Slowly. It's like the slowest cutting of ropes ever. I'd like to think that Dick Grayson is in there somewhere and keeping the machete from like cutting too quickly just to allow
Yeah.
Batman a chance. But they don't bring that up. But that's what in my head, continuity wise, that's what I'd like to see. That's what I like to think.
Batman's only hope is to join forces. Batman's only hope is to join forces with Catwoman or die.
Yeah,
Will Batman choose to join Catwoman? Only Magic Batman. What was I going to say? I lost my place. Only Magic Batman knows the answer. All
yeah.
right, Magic Batman. Will Batman join Catwoman?
I mean, it's Julie Newmar. You don't need to put me in a bat trap.
Batman, Magic Batman says, "You've won this fight."
Okay, that's appropriate.
Yeah, sometimes he speaks in only the speak that he knows. It's the rest of us who have to decipher it.
Yes.
Holy domination! Batman reveals that Catwoman has won. He will become her partner. Batman explains that he is not afraid to die. He just doesn't want a murder rap hanging over Robin's head. Catwoman puts her lips dangerously close to Batman's lips, revealing she will have to drug him with cataphrenic to make sure he is not faking. Batman asks to take a bat pill first because he feels a headache coming on. He is feeling a bit woozy. Catwoman laughs, stating that all you men are hypochondriacs. Go ahead.
I love the fact that he says, like, I feel kind of woozy. I need a bat pill. And Pussycat goes, "Do you want some chicken soup?" And he goes, his response is, "It's not that serious." Oh, it's so much fun. But shame on you, Catwoman. You should have seen this coming a mile away.
No
Yes.
kidding.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised she let him take that pill. Batman takes his pill and tells Catwoman to do with him as she likes. Catwoman gives Batman the cataphrenic, and instantly Batman's personality changes. Batman looks Catwoman up and down, telling her she is a looker. She has some class. Then asks who she is. Catwoman informs Batman that she is his boss. She tells the boys it is time to count some money.
So I feel like, and I've said this before, but I feel like when I was younger, this was the thing that really sold me on this show was the thing that really sold me on the Catwoman Batman relationship being the primary one that I've never really appreciated any other romantic
Mhm.
interest for Bruce or Batman. It just to me falls flat in comparison to this. And a lot of it has to do with this show. Most of it has to do with this series
Mhm.
because, in my mind, Adam West and Julie Newmar have like Elvis and Margaret chemistry. Like it
Yes.
just feels like they can only shoot him from the neck up because otherwise it's too hot. Like it's and then once Batman is in is under the quote unquote the influence, right? Which obviously he's not. Um,
Yeah.
it just goes even more so. Like they're just like the double entendres turn into like quadruple entendres.
Yeah.
and
Well,
and you always
and I
felt. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, you always felt like Catwoman wasn't quite as evil as the other Rose Galleries. That she could maybe, she just likes to steal things. Maybe we could, maybe she could, of course, maybe it is a little bit of the she's the woman we can fix her kind of thing. But it always felt like, you rooted for her a little bit more than maybe you did for the Joker or the Riddler.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, she likes Batman. Like she would like to be with Batman. So I think that's why she was okay with him taking a bat pill because she's enamored with him anyways, and so she would let him get away with more than she would anybody else. You know, if somebody else she was trying to give the cataphrenic to wanted to take a pill, she'd be like, no. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's probably true. She does give him a little bit more leeway than anybody else.
yeah,
Mhm.
That's for sure. And sometimes her crew has called her on it, and she just shuts them down pretty quickly. Like I'm the boss. Don't question me. But
yeah,
yeah, but they have that connection, and so seeing the two of them, um, in this mode is just hilarious throughout this whole
yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Mhm.
Later, Batman and Catwoman are riding together in the Batmobile. Batman is driving while Catwoman counts her money. She has $1 million. She plans on using it to buy plans for the Gotham City Mint. Catwoman orders Batman to drive them to the old criminal's home.
Yeah, the I believe that is on Short Island. Is that correct? There's a lot of new
yes,
if you're into New York City, there's a lot of like New York puns, New York like
yeah,
plays on New York streets and areas and sections.
Mhm.
Obviously, New Guernsey is supposed to be New Jersey.
yeah,
Short Island is Long Island, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of
yeah,
like plays on that if you know your New York landmarks. But yeah,
yeah,
fun stuff.
Back at Commissioner Gordon's office, Chief O'Hara informs Commissioner Gordon that two of his men saw Catwoman and Batman riding together in the Batmobile. The worst has come to pass. Commissioner Gordon issues an all points bulletin, wanted dead or alive. Batman, Robin, Catwoman, and Pussycat.
Okay, so last episode, I mentioned that Batman specifically told Commissioner Gordon, if some
mhm,
weird stuff happens, just go with it. Don't try to get to arrest Catwoman because Robin's life may depend on it. And apparently that has gone right out the window. And
yep,
all those years of service, Gordon has just thrown out as well. He wants them dead or alive
Right.
here, which I'm like, wow, that didn't
Yeah.
take much.
Yeah. No. 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 benefit of the doubt. Batman hasn't earned that in his first 77 episodes, but maybe the 78th episode is the one that he'll finally get it and finally figure it out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Batman and Catwoman arrive at the old criminal's home. Impatient, Catwoman buys the blueprints to the mint from an old gangster named Little Al. Catwoman explains that they will have to lay low at her cat lair until dark.
So Little Al, I want to mention him because he's an amazing actor named Alan Jenkins. Was around from 1900 to 1984. Here he's doing sort of a George Raft imitation, flipping a silver dollar like Raft used to do in his little gangster days. This guy's got nearly 200 credits. And he was, one of his earliest roles is in the 1933 movie King Kong, which I think some people might have heard of.
Wow.
Um,
Yes.
He's also appeared in a lot of the Perry Mason movies from the 30s, playing a character called Spudsy Drake. He plays a very similar character called Goldie in the Falcon movies with George Sanders. George Sanders, the first Mr. Freeze that we saw first season. Those were in the 40s. He also appeared in the movie Pillow Talk, 1959, notable because it was directed by a guy named Michael Gordon, who's not me. And then most notably, I think a lot of people might recognize his voice, at least if you're a cartoon geek like I am, because he voiced the role of Officer Dibble in Top Cat, the series from the early 60s. But yeah, he played gangsters all throughout the 30s, 40s. So to see him in this role is just really, really fun. So I appreciated his appearance here.
Commissioner Gordon receives a call from Mayor Linseed. Gordon informs him that the police department are doing all they can.
Drew,
Gordon then,
Drew, where's Mayor
huh?
Lindsay been? Have we seen him this season? Like he was on
I
like a lot, like for a few
wasn't he
episodes last season, right?
wasn't he in the episode where Penguin was running for mayor?
Oh, he must have been, because yeah, he was going up against him. So yeah,
Yeah,
we must have seen him.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elaine probably was there for that. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but that's been a long time since we've seen him, right?
yeah. From what I
So
can remember, I can't remember any other episode he was in.
yeah. Well, no, he's been in a few. He pops up. But it's been a while since we haven't seen him since that election, since Batman was elected, and then he gave the
Yeah.
the mayorship to Linseed, so which was kind
Yeah.
of fun. But anyway, sorry, go ahead, Drew.
Commissioner Gordon then answers a call from the governor. He reassures the governor that he has all his men on the case and will update him as soon as there is news.
Yeah, so Mayor Linseed, obviously, we talked about it before, is a take on Mayor Lindsay of New York. And the governor who calls, the character's name is Governor Stonefellow, which the governor of New York at the time was Rockefeller. So that's a play on that.
Chief O'Hara comes running into Commissioner Gordon's office with a piece of paper in his
No, no,
hand.
no, no, no. There's another call after that. There's another call after Stonefellow. Gordon gets a call
Okay.
from, it's not, he says, all of a sudden he straightens up and he speaks far more formally. And then he says, give my best to Hubert, referring to, of course, the Vice President Hubert Humphrey. It's inferred that he gets a call from President Johnson. So,
Yes.
so he gets a series of calls there.
Okay, I missed that
So,
one.
so from the mayor to the governor to the president, everybody's concerned what's going on with Batman. Why isn't he dead yet? Even though just a few episodes ago, they were all mourning the fact that he died.
Oh my goodness.
Chief O'Hara comes running into Commissioner's office with a piece of paper in his hand. An anonymous tip just came into the switchboard with the address of the cat lair. Commissioner Gordon shouts, "Let's go!" Back at the cat lair, Pussycat is singing Maybe Now while staring at a picture of Robin.
So, did anybody else get the vibes from that Wolverine meme? That 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 I think it's a still from the
Yeah.
X-Men animated series from '97, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine looking at the picture of, is it Jean Grey that he's looking at a picture of, the original one? I've seen so many different like
Yeah.
versions of it, but I certainly got that vibe from this. This is a song, I don't think this charted, maybe now, but it was on the same album as California Nights. The songwriter is Michael Gore with Leslie Gore, so the brother and sister combination are writing this track. Um, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised it wasn't a hit. So, Elaine, did she have, we talked about the early hits that she had before this.
Yeah.
It seems like she was still doing music and still touring and stuff like that and playing music and appearing, but I don't know if she really like charted after that, right?
No, I don't think so. And I know, well, because she started doing television, like shows with PBS, like as herself,
Hmm.
like news kind of program, and so I think for a while like she was writing songs with her brother, but I don't think she was performing much. She was still in music, but like more on the
On
other
the other side
side.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Robin wakes up from a nap. He wants to kiss Pussycat, but she doesn't hardly know him. She is not the type of girl who kisses on the first crime. Robin demands she closes her eyes, puckers up, and doesn't worry about her reputation. Robin is about to kiss Pussycat when Commissioner Gordon, Chief O'Hara, and two officers with guns drawn burst into the cat lair, ordering them to put their hands up. They are
Timing,
under
Commissioner,
arrest.
timing. They sort of got directions and got there in time for that, right? So
yeah,
yeah, I'm sure Robin was like, sure, this they make time for. But yeah, bad timing. So that scene was odd.
yeah,
Very different than the first scene where she's wooing Robin. I mean, a very different thing.
yeah,
Yeah, and of course, with what we know about Leslie Gore's personal life, it seems it takes on a whole other weird dimension.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, very strange. But I think it's always kind of weird to see Robin in these scenes because I still, even though he's played by, a 20-year-old, 20-some-year-old, I still think of him as a teenager, and it's just kind of awkward and weird. And
yeah,
I do think Bert's not going to get any sort of Emmys or awards for acting, but I mean, he's kind of a brute when it comes to just acting like one note. But when he does that one note, he goes for it,
Hmm.
yeah,
and I give him credit because it's creepy and it still works, compelling.
yeah,
So, but yeah, really creepy.
Pussycat asks if she can change into her street clothes. Annoyed, Commissioner Gordon agrees. Catwoman wonders how the police learned the location of her cat lair. As
Okay,
they watch
okay, go ahead.
as they watch them leave with Pussycat and Robin from behind some trees.
So,
Catwoman
so I wanted to interrupt there because I wanted to specifically mention that Pussycat is wearing the pink outfit that she wore in the first episode.
mm,
She's wearing that now. Those are, I guess, her quote unquote street clothes,
yeah,
because what she was wearing before was some blue outfit is that when she was singing. So it seems weird that it doesn't seem that different from the the blue outfit from the pink outfit, but yeah, she goes out of her way to say that she needs to dress.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Batman and Catwoman are watching the police take them away. And what I love about this scene is that the henchmen show up, and one of the henchmen says, "What's new, Catwoman?" Which obviously is a play on What's New, Pussycat,
Hmm.
the
yeah,
movie that with Peter Sellers had come out in 1965. Big hit song written by Burt Bacharach, sung by Tom Jones. What's New,
Hmm.
Pussycat? So I just know that's one of those things that Stanley throws in there. What's new, Catwoman?
yeah,
It's a little thing, but again, I just love his little touches on these scripts.
Catwoman informs her men to meet them at the Mint at 5 in the morning. Lay low until then. Catwoman wants to hide out in the Batcave, Batman wants to know what is a Batcave. Catwoman tells him to remember. Batman agrees, then sprays her with bat sleep.
Apparently, all Catwoman has to do is put her hand on your temple and you'll remember things.
It's
She
the
has
cat mind meld. It's a
she has
cat
that
mind meld.
she has that power.
But did
Yeah.
she
But of
not?
course, Batman's not really under the influence, so he just
Yeah.
goes with it. He just goes with it, Catwoman baby.
Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara interrogate Pussycat, but she won't talk. Commissioner Gordon decides to trace the line attached to the bat phone. O'Hara agrees it's a brilliant idea.
So so O'Hara wants to beat the information out of Pussycat, apparently. And
Yeah.
Gordon says this wonderful quote again. I love Sidney's writing. His quote is, "I'm violently opposed to police brutality."
Very good.
Back at the Batcave, Batman gives Catwoman Bat Awake. Batman tells Catwoman she fainted in his arms. Catwoman asks Batman if there's anything he would like to do now that they are standing mask to mask. Batman deflects, saying sure, but first they have the heist at the Mint to think about. Cape crime fighter to Cape crook.
So this scene is ultra hot. Might be one of the hottest scenes, I think, between two characters in the whole series. Um, but prior to that, Catwoman is this is her first is this her first time in the Batcave? I
I'm
believe it
pretty
is her
sure it
first time
is.
in the Bat. Yeah. Um, apparently everybody's getting a tour of the Batcave this season.
Hmm.
we just we just came apart from a two-part episode where the Joker and the Penguin were in the Batcave. We've seen other folks in the Batcave as well. The season started off with the realization that Bruce made a solemn pledge to not let any strangers in the Batcave, and yet since then he has been letting in a lot of strangers.
Yeah.
Well, they're not completely strange. He knows them.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. It's weird seeing her in there, but yeah, and then things get very kind of pretty steamy in there. And Alfred's got to watch his timing because he almost comes in he almost comes into a scene.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the automatic bat alarm for detecting phone detecting equipment goes off. Someone is trying to trace the bat phone line to the Batcave. Quickly, Batman throws the diversionary bat phone lines.
Yeah, so what did you say was the alarm that detected? So it was a what was it called?
It was called the automatic bat alarm for detecting phone detecting equipment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of detecting there, Drew. I just wanted to make sure we got double detecting in there.
Yeah.
So he invented the VPN. Is that what he did there?
That that's a BPN to you, man.
Yes.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Meanwhile, back at the rundown Jeez. Meanwhile, back at the rundown apartment of the world's richest and cheapest inventor, Pat Pending, Chief O'Hara and Commissioner Gordon burst through the door, declaring that Pat Pending is Batman and that his valet Rudy is Robin.
Okay,
That's not the most ridiculous accusation.
yeah, we've seen some ridiculous things happen in this two-parter alone. This is
Yeah.
probably the most ridiculous. Especially coming from a guy that first season there was an incident where someone was dressed up as Batman, and Commissioner Gordon knew that it wasn't the real Batman, without
Yeah.
even having to been
Mhm.
told or anything like that. He just knew because he just knows Batman. But here he just seems completely blind. So
Yeah.
I'd like to think that Commissioner Gordon got Batman's message early on about, you know, don't take things, or if weird things happen, just, go with it. That Gordon's just overdoing the going with it just to make sure that everybody knows that,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's the case. I
No,
was,
no.
especially after, what happens later. Um, it just seems like Gordon and O'Hara are completely fooled, and it's not their finest moment. In fact, it might be one of their. If you add this to the fact that O'Hara's just been on this terrible streak, I mean, a couple weeks ago he was taking a shower with strawberry jam or jelly, and then he got his then he got his butt kicked by a shove from Robin, a teenager. And now this, I'm just like, man, O'Hara, you are really like having a bad week.
Yeah.
A bad month, really.
Back at the Batcave, Batman writes a note, leaves a bottle of pills, and presses a button on his desk, while Catwoman waits in the Batmobile. When finished, Batman sneaks up on her and sprays her with bat sleep.
Good note there, Drew, because you're right. He does press a button, and I think he summoned Alfred there. That's
Yeah.
what he
Yeah.
was doing there. So Alfred would not have just burst in to them if they were doing other things.
I'm sure Alfred's interrupted some stuff with Bruce Wayne, as Bruce Wayne has done.
In his doing manly things in his study.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, she's allowed in the study. Oh, I see.
As Batman is leaving, Alfred enters the Batcave from the service elevator. The note reads, Dear Alfred, deliver these bat antidote pills to Robin at police headquarters. Then have him meet me. But Alfred stops reading the note out loud. The audience does not learn where Robin is supposed to meet Batman. Alfred comments, good show, sir. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and all is not well at the Gotham City Mint. Catwoman complains that she is cold. Batman offers to put his cape around Catwoman, but Catwoman prefers Batman's arms around her. Catwoman is about to kiss Batman when her henchmen arrive. Catwoman yells at them that their timing is incredible.
She's so good. She's so good here.
Yeah.
Between that and then the next thing she does with the wall, she's just got great timing.
Mhm.
Catwoman reads the blueprints explaining that the secret door is 4 feet to the left. Batman doesn't see anything. Catwoman points out that you're not supposed to. That's the idea of a secret door.
So good. So good. They just have great chemistry. I mean, I could watch them all day.
Yeah.
Using a hammer, Catwoman discovers the secret door and opens it. Inside the Gotham City Mint, Catwoman, Batman, and her henchmen blow the safe using a new type of explosive called Silent Mite.
It was pretty quiet. I
Yeah.
expected a boom. There was no boom.
Robin jumps out of the safe, announcing that he is no longer under the influence of cataphrenic. He's back to his old, young, crime-fighting self. Catwoman orders Batman to punch Robin or kick him. Instead, Batman turns on the lights. Batman reveals that he took a universal bat antidote before she administered the cataphrenic. Batman was never under her spell, but merely acting. Catwoman
No one's
orders her
surprised.
men. Catwoman orders her men to dispense with Batman and Robin immediately. A
Yeah,
fight ensues.
she knows that's not gonna like Batman took all three of them on single-handedly in the
Yeah.
last episode. So I'm sure she knows that they don't stand a chance. But she's using them as cannon fodder. Like you go beat them up while I scoot out of here.
The Cape Crusaders end up fighting Catwoman's henchmen into the vault, and Catwoman escapes. Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara enter the vault to find Batman and Robin have just defeated Catwoman's henchmen. Commissioner Gordon apologizes for ever doubting them. Batman states there's no time for that now. Have they seen Catwoman? Chief O'Hara just saw Catwoman speeding away in the Batmobile.
Again, not a great moment for O'Hara. Like he just looked
No.
like, yeah, I saw her. She just took the Batmobile. Like, really? That's something you
Yeah.
don't want to lead with?
Batman asks Chief O'Hara for the keys to his patrol car. Chief O'Hara asks if he's insured. Angrily, Commissioner Gordon orders Chief O'Hara to give Batman the keys.
Just give him the damn keys. You've embarrassed yourself enough for like a month.
Robin is afraid they will never catch Catwoman in the Batmobile. Batman hands Robin the remote control for the Batmobile, and Robin hits the brakes.
This might be the first time we've seen Batman and Robin in a car that's not the Batmobile.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mhm.
In the Batmobile, Catwoman believes she is running out of fuel. The Batmobile comes to stop in front of a warehouse. Catwoman ascends some stairs into the building. Soon after, Batman and Robin arrive in the patrol car and park next to the Batmobile. Catwoman is on the roof shouting that Batman will have to come up to get her. Batman orders Robin to stay put. Batman runs up the stairs but discovers the door is locked. Robin yells to get Catwoman, who is on the roof right above Batman.
Cat on a hot tin roof. I love Stanley. Stanley's just throwing these things in that you're just like, you can get it. You can get it if you just think about it for a second.
Yeah.
And like, look, give props to Julie Newmar because she had to book up those stairs in heels.
Hmm?
So it's one thing for Adam West to book up that thing, those stairs,
Yeah.
but Julie Newmar had to do that in heels.
Yeah.
Batman warns Catwoman she is running out of room and that she better come down. Catwoman disagrees, stating all systems are go. Catwoman runs across the rooftop, and Batman chases after her from the balcony below. Catwoman shouts to Batman that he will never take her alive. Batman climbs up the roof and chases after Catwoman. He catches her on another ladder. Catwoman threatens to jump and swim for it, but Batman doesn't think she would survive the fall. Catwoman does not want to go back to prison, but Batman will do everything he can to rehabilitate Catwoman. Catwoman asks Batman to marry her, but Batman can't do that. Any wife, no matter how beautiful, would impair his ability to fight crime. Catwoman would be able to help him with his work. As a former criminal, she would be invaluable. Batman asks about Robin. Catwoman suggests that they kill him.
Yeah,
Batman can see.
this is like one of my favorite lines ever spoken by Catwoman. One of my favorite moments. I get this one confused, this scene confused with there's a exchange that they have at the end of the Bats Kowtow, where Catwoman's on a ladder and they're outside. He's chasing her and down an alley, and she climbs up a ladder and then she jumps on him. And then they kind of have a moment where they have an exchange. I always think that the whole like marry me, what about Robin thing happens then. But it doesn't. Instead, it happens here, which is pretty much just a continuation of that same sort of conversation. And the way Julie Newmar delivers that line, Robin, oh, I've got it. We'll kill him. Like she's just,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. And and Drew, what is Batman's response to that?
Batman can say that she is not ready for a life in society.
Yeah, I can see that you're not ready.
Catwoman agrees that you can't teach an old cat new tricks. Catwoman reaches out for Batman's hand and she loses her balance and falls. Batman scurries up the ladder and peers into the water. Catwoman is gone. Batman pulls out a handkerchief, wipes his eyes,
not a
and
not a
blows his
handkerchief.
nose.
Not a handkerchief. It's not a handkerchief. It's a bat handkerchief.
Chef, yes.
Okay.
It actually has a label on it, Drew.
I know.
Yes,
You know
it's
how many
bat.
times I tried stopping that to read that label? I couldn't see what it said.
It's a bat hanky.
It's even shaped like a bat. Like it's got the zigzags on it. It's black. It's shaped like a bat.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
I know in previous episodes I've been saying that I would love to have a a batarang, a plastic batarang like is in the 60s series. Now I need a bat hanky.
At Commissioner Gordon's office, Chief O'Hara has arrested Pussycat and Catwoman's henchmen. Commissioner Gordon can't believe that anyone would. Commissioner Gordon can't believe that anyone would have survived a fall like that, but they did not find Catwoman's body. Batman thinks that Catwoman is laughing at them from the big cat lair in the sky. Robin adds that Catwoman made good on her threat to never return to prison, even though it cost her her life. At least one of her lives, Batman agrees.
Yeah, I think we've seen her go through a couple of lives already on this series. Certainly, the first episode that she appears in, the first storyline, ends with her presumably falling to her doom in a cavern that's very close to the Batcave. She was close to the Batcave, but yeah. So there's no reason to think that but she's not going. She's not apprehended. She's not going to jail.
Yeah.
So that's the important thing. I love this two-parter. I think it's really fun. I think it's one of the better Catwoman two-parters, and that's saying something because I think they're all pretty amazing. The ones that are written by Stanley Ralph Ross. Elaine, what did you think? How did you feel about this two-parter as a whole, and the conclusion of this too?
Yeah. I enjoyed it, and I liked the conclusion because we all know that the, if she had fallen in the water, there would have been like ripples or bubbles or something. So somehow she did her cat thing and landed somewhere where she could not be found. So you know, we know this. So that I liked the interaction between them two. So
Mhm.
I enjoyed it.
Matt, what do you think about the second part of this and the story as a whole?
Yeah, it definitely gave us more scenes between Adam West and Julie Newmar. They do have great chemistry. I agree. I mean, of course, Julie Newmar is the kind of actress who has great chemistry with everybody.
Mhm.
Um, so it this is definitely a show hitting on all cylinders. Definitely is confident in the popularity of their Rogues Gallery and Catwoman in particular. It knows what it does well. It's got a lot of inside jokes for people paying attention. It works on an action adventure level. It works on a humor level. It works on a pop culture reference level. And so it works on so many levels, and it definitely does what the show does best. It's a good example of the best of what the show can offer.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
Yeah.
Drew,
Yeah.
what did you think? Did the second part live up to the first part? I know you really liked the first part a lot.
Yes, I love the second part too. So I like that the first part focused on Pussycat and Robin more, but this
Mhm.
second part focused on Batman and Catwoman more. So I
Yeah,
really enjoyed both of them.
yeah. Unfortunately, Pussycat kind of disappears in the sort of last part of this, which is kind of
Yeah.
a bummer. Once she's apprehended, which is kind of anticlimactic for her, and then at the end, she's just shoved away like the rest of the Stooges, and
Mhm.
she doesn't even have a moment. Like, not that I wanted to bring her break into song again, but but I did think that yeah, Leslie Gore was pretty good, and it's a shame that that I mean I love the interplay between Adam and Julie as well, but it comes kind of at the expense of doing more with Leslie Gore's character because you'd hope that she would be back.
Yeah.
And I don't know for sure, but I don't think she comes back. So that's unfortunate. So
Yeah.
yeah, we don't get this character again. But overall, yeah, I really like it as well. Drew, did you remember seeing this one as well?
I
Because I know the
I did.
first part you were kind of murky as to whether
Yeah,
or
it
not.
was. I think I had seen it before. Like I said, it was such a long time ago that it's pretty foggy. So now I don't. Elaine probably knows this because I probably talked about it before, but Matt, I watched the show originally when I was 5. So I
Yeah.
used to be on in the
Hmm.
afternoon. I was probably about
Hmm.
5 years old. So I haven't seen the whole series all the way through, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this podcast. But um, what was my point? Oh, so some of these episodes I haven't seen since I was 5. So
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And the good thing about it is you can watch, other than the you have to see the two parts or the three parts in order, but other than that, you can see these stories in any order. There's no ongoing story arc, so it's a great show for watching after school every day and just see what adventure Batman's up to this week, and it works perfect for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you that you can watch these in any order. I mean, obviously you want to do it but story by story. You don't want to just jump in the second part or third
Mm-hmm.
part of a story. But I will say that one thing I've learned doing this rewatch with Drew is that when you do watch them in order, you do see a very subtle progression, especially with this Catwoman arc that
Mm-hmm.
Because Stanley Ralph Ross has been writing all of the Catwoman episodes for the most part. And so you do see a progression of their relationship because in the first season when she's introduced, she just hates him. She's just another villain of the month, really.
Yeah.
There's no extra interplay between them or chemistry. I mean, it's there, but it's not really banked on. So it's something that as Julie was appeared more and more as the show went on, that they really played with and that you could really see. And Drew and I have noticed other continuity things as well, which is something that we are very surprised by every time because it's like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing like that. So yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, that wraps up another episode. Do you have a shout out, Matt?
Um, just a show that came back that me and Elaine enjoy watching called Slow Horses. It just came out with season 5. It's one of our favorite shows on television. If you like quirky spy characters with big flaws, but very dramatic and storylines, season long story arcs, it's a very like the perfect show for you.
All right. Do you have a shout out, Elaine?
I do. I want to shout out a convention that's coming up in November called Conjuration. It's a magical fantasy convention. I will be there with our son, and it'll be my 6th year going, and we just have fun. It's a small convention, but it's fun and family friendly, and I think people should check it out.
Awesome. All right. Do you have a shout out, Mike?
I do. Since they couldn't be here because I believe they are recording elsewhere in the galaxy in the ESO universe, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to our good friends Veronica and your fellow monkeying around folks, Veronica
Yes.
and Charles, because yeah, they were missed. I'm sure we could have had a lot of fun with them. I'm glad you were able to fill in, Matt. It's been great having you on the show. But yeah, so just to give a shout out to them, they are recording Earth Station Trek as we are recording this. So check out Earth Station Trek if for all things Star Trek related, and of course their other projects with their puppetry felt nerdy. So check those out as well.
All right. And for my shout out, got a quick shout out this week. Got a new Batman cup for my birthday.
It looks
So
like the bat is broken, Drew.
I don't
Oh,
know.
he's
It's pretty,
flying away.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It was pretty cool looking.
it looks
Yeah.
like it's kind of smashed up there on the side.
So you guys will probably be seeing me use this a little more than my other cup because it's bigger and it has a lid on it.
Gotcha. Do we know who makes that bat mug?
No.
I was trying to get him to do the whole like comedic thing where he's gonna like spill on himself because he was gonna check the bottom.
It's a
But
trap.
curse you! You
Trust
saw
me,
that coming.
I got some more Batman stuff coming up in a few weeks. So
Oh yes. Well, you did have a bat birthday, so
yep.
again, happy birthday to you, and it's great that I can't wait to see what other cool bat swag you've got.
Oh yeah. All right. If you'd like to comment on anything we've talked about tonight, you can reach us at our feedback line 317-455-8411. Text us, leave us a message, or you can email us at batchumspodcast@gmail.com. All right, you ready to get out of here, Batchum?
Bat chums are ready to move out.
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Don't worry. The Marsha is yet to come. Wah, 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 wah.